Hi, my name is Angela Fagg, and today is February 24th, 2026, and this is the channel of Messengers of Truth. It is, I already told you that. It's about approximately 7 a.m. in the morning. The sun is coming up. You made it through. You made it through since last Thursday. You're here. Coming to you live from Cape Coral, Florida. Come on now. Chicken's trying to poke at my feet. Well, that didn't work too well. And what I'm saying is, everything that they're starting, I mean, come on, even the anyways, that lady that hosts one of the morning shows or whatever, her mom's missing, that's not even keeping people's attention, even though you're jamming it down everybody's throat constantly. So it is a little cold outside here in southwest Florida. About 41 degrees, 40, something like that. Means it's pretty cold. They say it's going to go all the way down into the Caribbeans. But whatever. So, war in Mexico, that's already over with. Didn't shock anybody enough to make them stop talking about Epstein and the fact that, it's all sick. What else are you going to pull? Oh, I know what it is. You see, he's going to let it happen. He's going to let it happen. And then let's talk about this. So you hear people saying, they're like, Trump wasn't involved and I seen him around, but everybody was always afraid of him. People who control the government aren't going to be the laws, okay, that already know that they get away with all kinds of stuff, aren't going to. This is incredible. Hold on. See if we can get it in there. Can't really see it. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know how I did that. Anyways, you can't see it. Can't get it in there. Oh, there you go. We'll see in a few minutes if that is going to stay around. So anyways, so they say that, Trump was around, but everybody was really afraid of him and this and that. But these people control the law. They know that they're not going to be in trouble from the law. So you think they were afraid because he was going to be a tattletale? No. People like that, people that are so disgusting and are willing to do all kinds of things, you guys are going to be shocked when you see how far the sun's moved. Where it is at the palm tree. You think that they are afraid of the law? They're not. They control the law. The only way that these people that are sick and demented are afraid of somebody else is if that person is more sick and demented than they are, is what I'm getting at. Okay? Look at this. So the sun is coming back. You see where it's at? Let's see if I can. The other day, last Thursday? It was on the other side. Let me see if my finger can get in there. This is a new phone, so I don't know. So, there's my finger. It was over on this side. I know it's a little fuzzy, but I don't want it to focus in. Which means we should be going back, into summertime. I don't think that's going to happen. Just so. Because that's what's going to make it kind of strange. The sun, and then we're going to have cold days. It's just going to be weird. And I know that people are seeing the same thing as I am. And that's the other thing. Is gas prices are going way up again. They're going to surpass what they were before. You don't see oil tankers leaving Venezuela coming to America. You see them going to Israel and to other countries. You get it? We pay for everybody else. Doesn't matter what you think about it. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. Doesn't matter if you don't have a car or if you can't afford to feed yourself and you happen to go to all these food banks and stuff. That doesn't matter. They don't care. They're going to get their taxes. And that's the end of it. I mean, think about it this way. America was started on the fact that we didn't want the king to tell us what to do anymore, or queen, okay? To tell us what to do anymore. They were taxing the shit out of us. They wouldn't allow you to go hunting except for certain times, and you had to get permits, or you were literally killed. Even if your family was starving, it didn't matter. They were more important than you. You couldn't have the same as them. And that is exactly what's going on right now. America is no longer America. We are working for other people. And we get all the poison food. We get all the poison air. We get all the other things. And you try to convince me to tell me that I voted the right way by allowing this to be stepped on my neck even further. You see? I'm going to let you see the other. Oh, I pushed it too many times. See how gives you a little bit more of an idea how it's moving back. Because then I'm going to stand the other direction so it's not giving me that shadow on my face. No, get the neighbor's house in there. See, that's a little better. So we're the ones that are going to be, or that are still suffering. But you want to tell me that, oh, AI, this is what they say. They say AI is going to be the one that everybody's going to be like, oh, this is the new God. But yet you don't want to stop it. You say, you use it constantly, and you say, oh, well, it's not, the devil hasn't taken over it yet. Get the fuck out of here. Like, seriously. You got human beings being tortured all over America. Let's just stick to America, okay? That doesn't include the rest of the world. Right now, there are animals, there are babies, there's young people of all ages, of all colors, of all shades, of all everything being tortured right now. And your man of law and order is saying, oh, we're going to have law and order. But you won't arrest the fucks around you. Why was Melania, however the fuck you want to say her name, why was she so close with Maxwell? Donald Trump was too. He was real close with her father. Don't you get it yet? You don't get to go that far unless you're on the team. Somehow, some way. We're being bamboozled. We're being, I don't even know whatever words to use. And the people that are going to be leaving the country because they just can't handle what's going on after you run your mouth for all these years. You just can't handle it, right? My family needs to be protected. What about all of our families? We can't leave. So I'll say it like this. Those who make money off of Americans and allow this to go as far as it's going, you don't get to come back. Leave, have a good life. I hope everything works out for you. But you don't get to come back. When everything and the dust is cleared and all this other stuff, you're not coming back. And it won't matter how you want to fight it in the courts or whatever, because that's done with. There's going to be, there's going to be real stuff, real justice. Justice that is blind and only sees right or wrong. I'm going to pick you up, Rooster. You guys want to see Rooster? She doesn't like to be picked up. Come here, come here. We'll make her fly away. See? Ah! She's poking my feet. You better get away. She made my hair go all over the place. But you don't get to come back. You're not going to stay to fight the war that you've been talking about for this long, then you don't get to come back. You don't get to reap the rewards. What sense does that make? And I just love how they just want to blame everything mostly on women and stuff. Some of them are, you know. Who's been running this shit? Yeah. Anyways, it's freezing out here. It really is. My toes are cold. They're a little red. But anyways, so how many more diversions do you think they're going to put out? They're going to put a lot of diversions out because they don't want you to know the rest of those names. What, 6 million more files? But 15 terabytes is a lot more than 6 million more files. I believe I'll have to look at the chart Jimmy made for me. People are only focusing on one side. Oh, it's the Democrats. No. And then the other side, this is them. They say, oh, no, it's the Republicans. This is... How can you even call yourself a conservative, right? Hold on. If you're not even going to have complete conservative values. You think conservative values follow somebody who marries a prostitute? I mean... Didn't Ludacris write that song? Wasn't it Ludacris? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Hoes don't act right. Hoes on the mission, hoes on the crack pipe. That's Ludacris for you. Just give you a little song for this morning. Make sure we're... You know, I'm going to say it again. Anybody who dies or has in the last 70 years at an earlier age, they did it. When they decided that they were more important and they were smarter than everybody else to do their satanic rituals, and that includes doing... A satanic ritual is also doing experiments on animals, in humans. You heard what they did in the Tuskegee. You hear what they do? I don't know if you've heard it or not, so I'm just saying, I'll tell you now. What they've been doing in prisons, and then you want to bitch about these detention centers where they're sending illegal aliens out of here, right? But you don't want to bitch about the fact that the regular prison system is just as bad. You don't get no privacy. Your sink is attached to your toilet. Their lights never go off. Never. And it's cold. They make it extremely cold. All the time. Why? I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I had a little vacation at the John E. Polk Correctional Facility in Seminole County. 72 days I spent in there for some real stupid shit. Anyways. Yeah, because the stupid shit you get in a lot of trouble for. But, you know, if you eat babies, you rape women and men and children and do experiments on things, you're fucking golden. You get away with everything. Hey, just as long as you're making enough money, right? Because the same attorney you paying less can't get you the same deal as the one that you pay fucking thousands of dollars for, right? It makes no sense. I mean, I understand it. But it makes no sense. It's called two-tier justice system. And us on the bottom have known this for fucking ever. This isn't new. You want us to separate ourselves from our neighbors and people that we've known all of our lives, even though we may not talk to each other. We don't talk to each other because there's so much communication now, right? With all your internet and your texting, and you could video chat and nobody fucking contacts each other. Maybe some do, but not a lot of people do. I'm just going, trying to think if there's something that I'm missing, because I had a few days to listen to other things, and I get a little, I don't even know if I'm getting mad anymore. I'm kind of just like disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I threw up a little bit when that guy started talking. That guy's gross. And still, no one's really hammering down on Steve Bannon, eh? No. People are being arrested in England or wherever the fuck they're at over there, across the pond, and nobody here. Oh, well, it's national security. Oh, fuck your national security. We pay for that shit. If you were so secure and safe and effective, then a lot of this shit would be going on. But you're not about law and order. You're not about real safety. You got people convinced that it's better if the government takes control of more shit. Oh, fuck you. What you need to do is get your boot off our neck. And that brings to this topic that I've been thinking about. You know, Florida, when you look at it on the map, it's a boot. It's a boot standing on America. You see what I'm saying there? God's going to use this boot. And you don't get to make the decisions on when and where and how it happens. God does. You don't get to make the decisions on how you're going to say that these different species across the dimensions, across the dimensions, are all evil. You're not gonna get away with it. It's humans that are abducting people and torturing them and then sending them back. It's humans. Something they haven't talked about, though, but what about Dulce? It's a mountain right there in between Colorado and New Mexico. Somebody told me a story once. You know, somebody I know. An older gentleman. He said some of his friends tried to hike up there, and they were stopped by the military. There was a landing pad up there and everything else. You see, you're going to get better stories off of people that are just living their life and seeing shit. But you don't want to believe them. You want to call most of them crazy and tell them that they're delusional. And then they send them off and give them all these drugs because, you know, that's going to make you more level, right? How many of those people that are crazy that aren't actually crazy? Hi, Dovey. There's a dovey right there. I wonder if she'll stay long enough for me to show you. Oh, there's two doveys. See them? She was watching me talk. But you see? Do you know that in this area, 30 manatees died at that last cold snap? They said because the water got too cold. Now, I want to say it's because of what they were spraying in the air, and it got so thick on the water that it suffocated the oxygen in the water, which then suffocated and killed the manatees and all the grass and everything else that they eat. That sounds about more right. But you're not going to hear your news telling you that because it was just a cold snap, right? You know, as they change the vibrations and make things move and do all this and that, the animals are getting mad. They can feel it. They only know one set of how to be. And you're causing them to be frazzled. And they're going to attack people because of it. Because people are the ones that are doing it. They don't know one human from the next. And that gives you your caution. might not want to go too much in the ocean this year. You might not want to go in the ocean down in these parts anyways, because it's got flesh-eating bacteria. Like when you got locals that won't even go in the water or go onto the beach, you should start questioning things. When you're out and you come to vacation and stuff, you should see how many people there are locals, no matter what area you're at. And talk to somebody who lives there. Don't talk to somebody who doesn't live there. I don't even care if they're there for a few months. That's where you'll get your real answers at. Just talk to people in general. It's fun. You never know what's going to be said. You never know if the person's actually more like you than you think. Because they're not telling you, but everybody's more alike than. Nobody wants people being eaten. Nobody wants that. Only sick, demented people want that. Nobody wants babies being put in their chicken nuggets. Use your fingers, look it up. There were several lawsuits in other countries. Well, on that note, I've been too cold. I'm going inside now, and I will be coming back later on this evening, depending on what time Jimmy comes home from work, to do my video that I wanted to show you of Isaac Kappy and how much a terabyte really holds, and all those pregnant women I saw. I didn't forget. My dog died. Okay, and I'm still a little pissed about it. I'm more pissed than anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he was poisoned. And, Baggins always tells me, it's like, he tries to be the more passive one. And I'm like, not it. It doesn't happen. I've had dogs all my life. I have animals. Try to have a good day today. Remember, it may be cold right now across the United States in certain spots. I'm going to start sneezing. But it'll be warm soon, and it's going to be so hot, you're going to complain about that, so whatever. Can't win for losing around these parts. Listen. Sing and dance today. Who cares where it's at? It's in the grocery store. It's in the convenience store. Get someone to do it with you. I'm going to do it later. I'm going to sing and dance a little bit while I'm mopping. All right? Have a good day. Bye.